As promised, we are launching our 14th season, just as we did our very first show 14 years ago from the Consumer Electronics Show. This is CES Unveiled, where we're broadcasting from first at this opportunity. And, of course, the only way to kick off our CES broadcasts, as always and every year, is with the president and CEO of the Consumer Electronics Association. They are the producers of the International CES and, of course, continuing to enable all sorts of consumer electronics innovation and enabling them to grow and thrive. And we're going to talk about that with Gary Shapiro. Gary, welcome back into tomorrow. Happy New Year, and how are you, sir?
Dave, I am so happy you're here. 14 years and several generations of consumer electronics.
Yes, true.
We can now officially begin the CES because you are here and I am launching it off, and this is my favorite thing to do each show.
Well, we're sort of the digital ribbon cutting, I think, for CES, huh?
Absolutely, the digital ribbon cutting. That's our latest product, by the way. It's right on the show floor, 2 halls down.
Yeah, very good. We'll watch for that, no doubt. Why, in this current economy especially, is the Consumer Electronics Show so important?
Well, technology is all about innovation, and innovation is about change. Change creates opportunity. Opportunity creates new jobs, new services, new everything. You know, every time someone buys a consumer electronics product, essentially they're voting for a change. They want, whether it's a
little takeoff there on a recent election, is that?
Well, absolutely.
Okay.
President-elect Obama is our first digital president. People voted for change. Our country has always embraced change. We've always been wanting the new, the better, the quicker, the faster, and that's why we're the #1 consuming nation of consumer electronics, and that's why we do so well. With the average family, 24 consumer electronics products. It's just absolutely great. So we are here representing a growing economy. We're the hope that the economy is looking for. We're the innovators. We create the new jobs. Look what the internet did. Look what we've done with all this great storage and movie devices and things like that. We've created millions of jobs. 14 million jobs in the United States alone are directly attributable to consumer electronics and our products.
Really?
Absolutely.
So here are folks worried about things like, of course, the auto industry and banking and finance and all, but stop and think about what this industry does for this economy. And I don't know of anybody in this industry asking for a bailout either.
You will not see the Consumer Electronics Association in line for federal money. We have never asked for any federal money. All we want to do is be left alone to innovate. We want free trade. We think that's very important.
Sure.
We want to be able to get the best and brightest to the United States so they could be inventing here rather than abroad. We want to make sure we have flexibility to produce our products. We don't want to be shut down by Hollywood, who's always concerned that they're going to lose control.
Yeah.
So it's very simple things, but because we've basically had all those wants for the last several years, we've prospered and grown as a nation. We've created those 14 million jobs. Look, if it wasn't for us, there'd be no movie industry or music industry or cable or satellite or so many other industries, plus the retailers and the manufacturers and the research and the distribution. There's so many. Just if you think of the major companies like Best Buy alone and Radio Shack and what they employ, or whether it's an Apple or a Sony or so many others. You know, we have 2,700 companies here, and they're all employing people.
Yeah,
and those are
of
just
course.
the exhibitors. Then we have about 130,000 people that come here. Now, admittedly, about 25,000 of those are from overseas, but that's 105,000 people in the United States who are traveling to Las Vegas for a trade show. And it's also good for Las Vegas, I might add.
Yeah, that's very true. They're in a scenario these days, like everybody else, where they're certainly worried, want to be optimistic, and need to be. But certainly this trade show, this big CES every year, feeds this city very well.
Absolutely. And another reason that we are important as an industry is in this tough time where people are concerned about their jobs and their economic future personally and as a nation, with our products, people can innovate. They can create their own business at home. They could make it look like they're a big professional corporation with a computer and internet access.
Yep.
They could telework. They could become an eBay seller or sell stuff elsewhere. I mean, there's so many things and so many great American companies, frankly, that have been formed simply by using our products that I am so proud to be associated with, and I'm so excited by the innovation I see on the floor here.
And Gary, you appear to also be very excited and optimistic about what's ahead and into tomorrow, if you will, for this industry. There is continued growth and excitement and innovation.
Absolutely. We're just beginning here. When you think about the things that are coming down the pike with IPv6, addressable internet in 2010, 2011, internet accessible in the car, wireless everywhere, ubiquitous video, the opportunity that everyone is now a creator and a producer. Even the announcements that now we're having digital rights management off of almost all music.
Yeah, hello Apple getting the big picture.
This is very exciting for us. The future that we envision, that we talked about on the stage here every year, is here and it's coming. We've been talking about these things. We've been talking about change. We've been talking about everyone being a producer, and it's happening. I mean, look at the success of YouTube, and look what's going on with social networking sites. They're making a difference in people's lives. And not only that, we also have here is the rest of the world. The developing world especially will benefit from these technologies, and they are. And we hear that. I was at the United Nations recently talking about these things. Even the Secretary General of the UN sent us a message at CES that we are showing, where he talks about the importance of technology. We have the head of Intel and the head of Cisco here talking about the emerging world. So bottom line is we benefit from this in the United States, obviously. We're the wealthiest nation in the world. But the rest of the world is benefiting from some of the innovations that we have here as well.
And, of course, continuing to keep excitement rolling with keynoters all throughout CES week, starting off with what has traditionally been Bill Gates doing his thing. Well, now that he's retired and doing other things, Steve Ballmer going to be doing the pre-CES keynote, and we're looking forward to that, of course, as well as you've got Ford CEO, you've got a lot of folks that are the Sony CEO, a lot of people that are going to be doing some pretty interesting holding discussions here at CES.
Absolutely. These keynotes are just not speeches. They're phenomenal presentations. And although I love Bill Gates, he's a superstar, you know, his replacement, Steve Ballmer, is an exciting, passionate guy who has a huge vision, and he will rock the crowd. Sony's Sir Howard Stringer, here you have a guy from Europe heading up a major Japanese company who's most of the companies in America. It's a great world we live in. And Sony not only has Sony Electronics, they have Sony Pictures. And you know what they're doing at this show is they have a new Jeopardy set, and they're taping 11 Jeopardy episodes.
That'll
live.
Be taped here at CES.
Alex Trebek will be here, Celebrity Jeopardy and everything. And, of course, there's NBC Universal, which is here.
Yeah.
Huge. NBC Nightly News, everything going live from the show.
Got it. Well, Gary, much as we'd love to continue to chat, and we can do that, you and I especially, we've got to make way for your exhibitors, and especially some of the folks here at the big press event, CES Unveiled this evening. We're going to start chatting with as many as we can get on the show over the next couple of hours and over the next 4 weeks of solid CES coverage. Thanks for helping us kick it all off, and good luck to you with CES. We know it's going to be a dynamite show.
Oh, thanks to you, Dave, and your dynamite, incredible, energetic, bright team for being here and making this an exciting event.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Oh, now they're all pumped, so we're going to have a great couple of hours of the program. Don't go away. There's plenty more to come from Las Vegas. I'm Dave Graveline. This is Into Tomorrow on the Advanced Media Network.